Good morning, this is part 2 of the DIY slider project, and if you have not seen part 1, which I highly suggest watching, a card should pop up right here. As was saying, in part 1, we already have gotten the design ready, and we needed a gear reductor to increase the torque of the motor while reducing its speed. Fortunately enough, I have found one of these gear reductors inside one of these dynamo lamp torches. So today we should be done with the mechanics and we will do the electronics. Hopefully we might be able to finish the project today. So let's get started. Dodgic DIY. Think, build and share. I drill a part of the belt gear so that it fits in my gearbox. And of course, I superglue the belt gear to the end of the gearbox. Next, I find a way to attach the motor using some wood, zip ties, hot glue, and rubber bands, so that there is a great contact between the two gears. And then, as you can see, it's working! I am very happy about this. And we can solder some proper connectors. Let's do a bit of math. The power supply I am using is 14 watts and the motor only needs about 7 watts for the slider to function properly. Thus, I have tried making a divider by desoldering two 2000 ohm resistors. Here is the diagram of the circuit. Unfortunately, it didn't work even though I had done the maths. So I will stick for the moment with the 14 volt supply on the motor. Well, it is working, but unfortunately, the contact with the metal gear broke the small, weak 3D printed gear, so I will have to attach a new one, which I have scavenged previously, and it is injection molded, so it is way stronger. Let's see how this turns out to be. I elevate the motor mount in order for my big red gear to fit, and then I glue the gear to the motor shaft. It looks really smooth, but unfortunately, once I power it up, I can find that there is a misalignment between the motor shaft and the gear, and thus that the gears cannot move properly and are blocked. So, by trial and error off camera, I managed to make this salvage pulley system with a rubber band and a spare pulley, which works great. I have added this piece of cardboard so that the belt, which is the rubber band, stays in place and doesn't fall off, and it is finally working. I have made the camera base out of popsicle sticks and hot glue, and then the slider is ready. The footage is okay. But about a year ago I had made this dolly mount with scrap wood and skateboard wheels, which is collapsible, more easy to use, and takes better shots. But even a normal skateboard takes the smoothest shots. But then, what is the point of making a motorized camera slider? Why do we need to pay so much money? Also, one of the downside of our slider is that it needs access to a plug, or otherwise you need to buy big batteries. Well, with a microcontroller called Arduino, we can slide the camera extremely slowly, which allows us to take super cool time lapses. But this video is already quite long, so this will be the topic for part 3. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time!